Don't get that little fake laugh, man. This thing like,
What you took a sip of, young boy?
a little something, little Crown and Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? A little something.
Oh, okay. Look at you. Look at you.
Yeah,
My young boy.
real grown man esque. I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I'm blending in with my surroundings, but I'm standing out at the same time.
I see you. I see you. You know what I mean? You know what this is.
Hey,
See,
they should never gave OG the ticker, man.
man. Oh shit! I didn't even know I put that down there.
Yeah, you
I was
did.
looking.
Hey,
No.
no, keep it up for what you just said.
I'm looking for the one that matters, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see it. I
Man,
don't see it.
we need a OG and Young Boy ticker, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay, you got that one?
I have one. I thought I put it on here.
Ah, you did. I do remember you put it up there. Yeah, find that boy, man. This what our second OG Young Boy segment?
Yup. OG and the young boy.
OG Young Boy, OG Young Boy.
I can't find it. So that means I need to create a new one. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I can't
That's
find it.
crazy to me.
Let me get rid
That's
of this one. Get rid of this one and go.
Man, they gave OG the ticker, man. You acting different with that ticker, man.
Dumb it down, young boy.
Come on, man. You gonna wait? You gonna create stuff on the show?
Hey man, you know what it is? It's the young boy. There we go. It's the young
There we
boy and the
go.
old at it again. You know what I mean? That's what we doing. You know,
Oh my god, back at it
you know,
again.
back at it again, man. We doing it. We doing big things, man.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
are.
this is episode 106. You know what I'm saying? Man Skull Podcast, episode 106. You know what
106
it
in
do,
Park.
you know what it be, man. You know what I'm saying? And as you see, I'm here with the young boy, and it's me, the OG. We doing what we do, man. Salute to everybody who wish they could make it, who could have made it, that should make it, that can't make it. Shout out to you. Shout out to the press. Shout out to my man Jake. You know, Shaky Jakey. We'll get it. We'll get it together, man. But right now, as you see, man, we've been alternating people because people been having things to do. It's hot outside and it get real funky, and people like to perform when it get funky. So on that note, we're gonna keep it live. And
Yeah,
I'm sweating because this is a serious episode that could not wait for another week, young
it
boy.
couldn't. Now is the time.
Now's the time. You know what I mean? Now's the time. So on this episode, man, I like to say, what up though? What's going on with you?
Man,
How
I'm
was your
feeling.
week?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I had a good week. Been on the grind, on the hustle. I'm finding ways to increase my hustle, increase my pedigree, man. Having that champion mindset, man. Everybody's in the league, but it's only one champion crown, man. So just upgrading my mind to separate myself. You feel me? And getting better than myself, man. I'm trying to get faster than I was, like stronger than I was, quicker than I was, more smart than I was. I'm feeling good, man. Great week. Let's get it.
That's super dope, man. That's super dope. So, in reference to my week, man, um I've had a pretty okay week. I've been anticipating the day this drop of this album, but
Mhm.
I also been not anticipating this weekend. Well, it's kind of twofold. You know, I have to go to a funeral of a young man who passed suddenly, who's a friend of the family friend, and everyone that knows him, is in mourning, and I got to do that in the morning. But also, tomorrow launches a new script that Dinner Detective's been working on, so I'm excited to get that popping. So um, I'm looking forward to the weekend, but when we talk about death, man, and we've talked about it before, death is a hard thing for me, man. I think it's hard with everybody, but with me, it does not sit well with me. I do not like funerals. I do not like looking at the ideology that I'm stuck somewhere that you're not no more, in the wonders of where you at and what's going on. Uh, you know, I believe in a higher power. I know our day may come tomorrow, next week, whatever, and I accept that. You know what I mean? But just to lose people around you, and we've been around so much death this year that just seeing a face that putting a name to a face is kind of, I have to say, I feel somber already for it. You know what I mean? And I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm happy that if he was suffering, he don't have to suffer no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's my condolences, man, to your man and his family for sure. Um, I've learned to adapt a different perspective when it comes to death. Um, as we all know, it's inevitable, and I allow death to push me to further appreciate the breath that I do have and the people that I do have around me. And I look at death as a calling to another assignment. You know, somebody else needs you somewhere else where your body is no longer needed. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. So,
and that's
and it's
powerful.
just, yeah, it's just an opportunity for us to appreciate even more and to celebrate that life that that person did have and do more in our lives to make sure that we ourselves die empty. I told somebody this yesterday. I was like, you got to be clear about what you want because we're gonna die. We just don't know when. So our job is to empty our bodies every day, empty our energy every day. You know what I'm saying? Because you want your last day to be your best day. And who knows when your last day is? So make every day the best day.
I agree with that, young boy. And I have a saying too, man. I always want to leave here with correct energy. I always want to leave on this planet of this earth in this realm where where my experience was always a memorable experience for
Hmm.
others. You know what I'm saying? A
Hmm.
pleasant experience. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
People gravitated to an energy that I felt was beautiful. That's
yeah.
how I want to be known. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
in order to live that life, you have to walk that life. So I try to walk that life as much as possible, man.
Good,
You know?
good, man. That's dope.
Yeah,
I love to hear.
But you know what, man? For our other guys that isn't here, man, I wish them the best at what they're doing. And I know they got a couple powerful things taking place in the city. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. Shout out to the press. Shout out to Shaky Jakey. Y'all do what y'all do, man. We love y'all. We'll see y'all when y'all come back. Um, on that note, man, let's get to this motivational minute. What's popping?
Yeah, let's get it. What up, though? Oh, you ain't gonna give me the. There we go.
All right.
What up, though? Today's motivational minute is about telling your story authentically. Authentically. We all have a story to tell. We all have experiences. We all have our image, our likeness, who we are. You have to first know who you are, be confident and comfortable in who you are. Be comfortable and confident in your process, the things that you're learning, the things that you don't know, the things that you need to know. Be comfortable in all that. Every day you walk out the house, you're telling a story. You're telling who you are. Every time you open your mouth, you're telling who you are. You're telling people how your energy is. Be clear about how you represent yourself. Control the narrative. Be yourself authentically. Don't put on a little mask, a little fake facade. Just be yourself. Continue to grow and learn in your own lane, and tell your story as you can tell it. It's your motivational minute. Authentically be you.
Look what I did. Boom, boom, boom. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I see you.
Authentically be you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We live in a world today where you have so many different frauds. And I don't know if you've been tracking the news. Have you been tracking the news?
Not too much. What's going on?
So you got Young Thug and Gunna got
Oh,
hit with
okay,
the
yeah.
lethal. So this ties into authentically being you. You know what I mean? If you were living in your truth, You want to be a criminal. You talk about criminal activity. You talk about and then when you get in front of them police, you begging and pleading. You pleading and begging. You know what I mean? When they've been following you since 2012,
Yeah.
it's a
Been on,
wrap, baby.
been on your case. Yeah, man.
They've
Yeah,
been
yeah, you
seeing
got it.
authentically who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the problem. A lot of people are trying to do what they think they should. And a lot of times you put on a facade that can get you somewhere. Somebody can be attracted to that person that you put up. But after a certain amount of time, you're gonna fall flat because that foundation is not built because you ain't been being yourself. So now, 5, 6 years later, whatever the amount of time is, you get exposed and you like, oh, you that ain't you? Dang, I thought you was that. You just now you looking dumb because you didn't play make believe all these years.
Can you imagine that though, man? Like when you being who you are, who you say you are, you this upstanding guy, and then you got the police up on you. You don't know they tapping your phone calls, they following you, taking pictures, they listening in on conversations, they got your text messages where you doing all this crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? You ordering hits out on people. You know what I'm saying? You cheating on your chick. You know what I'm saying? You running scams from LA to New York City. And then next thing you know, you get in front and they got stacks and stacks and piles of stuff up on you, and you acting like you don't know what happened. Oh, 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 mama, no, mama, I don't know that man, mama. Yo, you know how disappointing it is to all the people that you were fronted around
Yeah,
and you and gave out turkeys during Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And you and Nino Brown the situation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And you and made people feel like, okay, he one that got out of the hood and he did it the right way. Okay, I may not like his music now.
yeah,
I may not like his goddamn music, but he did it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But they find
You
out
ain't
you
do it.
ain't nothing but a low life piece of son of a nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, man. It's hard when you don't
Piece of
be your
something.
authentic self. You know what I mean? That's why when it comes to rap, I've always liked Tupac. Go ahead.
Mm. So, well, the first thing I was gonna say is be you. That's when it sounds beautiful. But Tupac, man. So I was born in '95, so it wasn't like I grew up listening to him. But the idea I have of Pac and the ideas that I've heard of Pac, especially in 50 Cent's book, particularly, 50 Cent took the position that Pac was possibly a theater actor that took on this persona of being a thug. So that's what he continued to portray, and that's what got him where he was. I didn't say it. I'm just the listener,
But
and I
you know
think
what though? If you think about it though, whether he was portraying a role or not, when he talked liberation, he talked from the bottom of his heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that thug shit was never really him. You know what I mean? And
so.
what I meant by I like the Tupac when he was in thug mode, he was all the way in thug mode. You know what I mean?
You really
And
gonna just sit there and contradict yourself, huh?
I'm gonna support what I said. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Nah, nigga,
support what I said.
you said two things in the same sentence. You know, that's why I like Pac, because he was real. And I was like, I don't think Pac was that real. He wasn't a thug. I was like, well, when he was speaking liberation, he was real. Like, nah, this nigga was liberation and thug life. You can't be two things at once.
But you know what though? I think when it comes to the the elevation of hip hop, and when it got to Biggie and Tupac, there was a level of authenticity that really got pushed out the side door, especially when everybody started talking about, I got this type of car, I'm doing this, I got all these honeys and stuff. Half all these guys and wasn't getting no yams. That's number one. And second, they wasn't toting no money as much as they say they had back in the day. what I mean, you know what I mean. So
I,
there's a level of authenticity that was missing. I think there's a level of authenticity that's missing in hip hop. Period.
yeah,
You
I
gonna
mean
lie about
that's period overall. But I think more so than now they were more authentic because it was a lot of those rappers really were in the drug game, big or small, but that's how they started. And then now they in this rap, they're just like, well, let me put a beat behind the things that I'm experiencing and talk about it. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So I think
I think
like Jay Z was in the drugs for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it's a mixture. It's always been a mixture. Jay-Z was.
Jay-Z wasn't no damn drugs.
Yes, he
Jay-Z,
was.
come on, bro.
Do your
Anybody in the
research.
comments that think Jay-Z was in the drug game is smoking dope.
He talked about it.
Yeah, he talked about something. uh, do you remember the beef between him and Nas? You may be a little bit young, but
Yeah, I vaguely remember it.
there was a beef between him and Nas where Nas he had this song called Ether.
Hmm.
Ether, where he talks about Jay-Z wasn't right. He wasn't a writer, he's a biter. How he bit everybody else's style. You know what I mean? And that's what Jay-Z's been known for. You know what I mean?
We talking about drugs. Did Jay-Z serve drugs or not?
I don't think he did, bro. I don't think he did.
Okay, okay.
I don't.
But you
But
took you
you
took
know,
you took that point and brought up a fact that he was biting people's styles. The nigga
yeah,
sold drugs.
that point, I tell you, who was selling drugs? Cool G Rap. If you know Cool G Rap from back in the day, you know he was one of them dudes that was really about that life. You know what I mean? I don't see Jay
Yeah.
Z as being one of them guys that was really about that life. You know what I
He
mean?
he not anymore, yeah, but because he
No, I'm
quickly
not talking about
evolved.
now. I'm talking about then. I don't think he was never really about that life. I think he was just good with the pen.
Okay. I think he got into it. I think he didn't get as big as people would think a drug person would, but he was doing it. He just evolved quickly to where, man, I'm starting to get this legal cheese with these raps. Let me stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think he just was always a step ahead of the game, knowing that this drug game is a stepping stone for me versus, man, I'm being this to the world blow. You know what I'm saying? And because niggas that sell drugs start rapping, get a rap check, and still keep trying to sell drugs, and that's how it's a recipe for disaster. But
That's
yeah,
this
man.
generation. This generation, they big on that. Or they'll play stupid. Like they not talking about illegal activity in their songs. You know what? And that was a thing too. Like when these rappers came out with this drill rap and all this stuff, they basically making themselves complicit to any crime the police can pin on you. When you
Mhm.
say, I shot him in the back 7 times and I watched him bleed. I walked out the store and his address was 77415. What you just say? 77415 Crane Street. You were there? Yup. He said it in his lyrics.
Uh, I watched him bleed. His address was 77415. That's hilarious.
That's retarded. That's how they be doing though. But you know, this episode, man, you know what this is. This is episode 106. Mask off. You know what we do. Mask
About
off,
it,
episode 106, man.
about it, these
We talk,
comments, man.
yeah, we're gonna talk
Oh,
about the man, the myth, the legend in the moment. I just want to shoot that up. What's up with these comments, my brother?
yeah, we got Dr. DC Archie in the building. What's up, mask off? Oh,
What's up, baby? What's up?
Don Core. I
Down
don't mean to butcher your
core.
name, Archie.
That's my
What's the
man's.
what's the deal, man? And Jacob Russell, the one and only, tapped in. He said,
Yeah.
what wasn't getting no yams. Yeah, Jake, you know what's up.
Shaky Jakey. What's up, baby?
Jakey in the building, baby. Uh, we got Kit in the YouTube. What up,
What's
Kit?
up, kid?
And it's me, the OG, you talking like you, the preacher of the church session. Thanking all the people, thanking all the people that couldn't come but wanted to come. Hashtag classic. What up, Kit?
What's up,
I don't
kid?
even want no. She said, I don't even want no funeral. I definitely want to be cremated. I'm sick of death, but hopefully I'm around at least until my son gets 30.
No, that's right.
Yeah, you're
No,
gonna be
that's
around
right.
longer than that, kid. You're gonna be around a lot longer than that.
Definitely that. Definitely that, man.
Yeah, yeah. Don't limit yourself. I am authentically Chew. Yes, you are. Yes, you
Chew.
are. Chew in the building. Yeah,
That's
shout out to
that.
Chew, man. I just want to give her some flowers real quick. She's really out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? She don't really talk about it a lot, but she really doing it. And she don't really know what she doing, but she doing it. She is doing it. I'm super proud of her.
You know what? I want to give her a shout out too, man, because I remember we linked up face to face,
Mm-hmm.
and what I liked about her, even though she saw some discord in the mix, she held her head high and she overcame some BS that was popping off. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Shout out to Chew. Big
yeah.
stuff.
She
Big.
she she a hustler, man. She really is a super grinder, man. I love it. That's what we got right now, man.
Hold on, she just said something else. She say, you say Tupac can't be two things at once, as you call it. Malachi meaning a thug and a rebel. I feel those were two of his characteristics. You could definitely have more than one characteristic. You know me.
I agree with that. Yeah, you can definitely have multiple characteristics. Yeah, but yeah, it is a fine line though. You know what I'm saying? It's a fine line. But I do agree with that, kid. It's a good point. And Archie said I killed his name.
Yeah, don't be killing my homie name, man. Don Core. You know what I
Don
mean?
Core was
Don Core. You know what I mean? Get it
hey,
together. Get it together.
much love, homie.
Yeah, man. So this is what we doing today, man. We talking about, K Dot, man. And anybody don't know who K Dot is today, Kendrick Lamar dropped his fifth album. And how many years? 5 years, right? It was 5 years
About
since he dropped that album. So we talked about this album today. What is it called? Mr.
Chu said thank you guys. You're welcome, Chu.
No doubt, no doubt.
But yeah,
Yeah.
five. I think it is fifth. Yeah, it might be more than that actually.
No, it's 5 years. It's 5 years, I'm sure.
Nah, I think
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is the name of the album. And we're gonna get into the group discussion. Group discussion. Group discussion. You know what it is. Motherfucking group discussion. Let's go. So
yeah, man. We talking this album, man.
so
We
before we
talking.
get into the album, because it seemed like
Mhm.
you stomped. I don't know what's up. Let's talk about this video that he came out with, The Heart, Part
Yeah.
5. Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, it's
anybody who
definitely
don't,
it's. I just knew I was right. I knew because I remember in high school listening to him. Good Kid, Mad City came out in 2012.
yeah, but he made something after that though.
You talking about fifth album in 5 years? Are you just
I
saying
said,
in 5 years?
yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah, that's
okay.
what I
I'm thinking you
said.
saying like I'm thinking you saying like he created
His last
five.
album within five years, and this is how many albums he had made.
He got I don't know how many of these count, but he got the Kendrick Lamar EP came out in '09. C4 came out in '09. Overly Dedicated 2010. Untitled Unmastered. I don't know what that is.
We talking about albums. We're not talking about
Section
EP.
80 2011. Good Kid, Mad City 2012. Pimp a Butterfly 2015. Damn 2017. And now in 2022, Mr. Morale. Yeah, good body of work here. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, since high school, since Good Kid, Mad City, that was one of the first projects that I was introduced of him, and I really loved it. I loved Good Kid, Mad City. That was really, especially that was like my senior year, close to my senior year, junior year. Actually, it was my senior year. I graduated in 2013, and super dope piece of work, man. Very relatable back then to where I was in high school. Just seeing this growth as a man and peer pressure and growth and accountability, all of that. It was good. And now listening to this album, 7 years later plus, a lot of almost the same things. Relatable. The relatability is there for sure, and the authenticity is there. So I love it that I can still get with it. Like over the progression. It's still the same concept that he's relating to the people.
So we were having a conversation before we got on the mic, man, and one of the things that we were discussing was his what makes him. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come back to the part discussion because we were supposed to tap into that. But what I want to talk about is how you talk about um, what makes him relatable, his growth, who he is as an artist, and I think we was talking about generation wise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was saying how when it comes to generations, I'm looking at what makes him special is the fact that there's no one around this time that sounds like him. And what I mean by
Mm-hmm.
sound, I don't mean sonically. I mean
Mm-hmm.
like that's delivering messages that are heartwarming, heartfelt,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
passionate. Like
Yeah.
even Nipsey Hussle, to me, Nipsey
Conscious.
Hussle, he not even conscious. You know what I mean? Because Kendrick Lamar music, I wouldn't necessarily call it conscious rap,
You wouldn't?
but I wouldn't call it conscious rap. I think it's relatable rap, but not conscious rap.
What's your
Conscious rap,
definition of conscious?
I would define it as like KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? Conscious rap is more so like uh uh not just KRS-One, but like you ever heard My Philosophy by
So give
KRS-One?
give me give me a definition. Don't give me examples.
All right. KRS-One talked about God, it's better to hear the music. You know what I mean? And that's
But
something
that's the thing. Conscious rap has a definition. What do you call conscious?
consciousness. I say, well, I'll tell you what it's not. With Kendrick Lamar, I believe his music isn't necessarily conscious rap because of the fact that
Oh,
he
gee, what do you define
I'm
as
telling you,
conscious? No,
I'm
no, no.
speaking
My specific question is what do you define as conscious rap?
conscious rap is where almost all your music is uplifting black people in a light that's nothing but positive. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the difference with him is he shows the good, the bad, the ugly with all elements of his
Mhm.
work because his work is relatable. So he talks about things that you may experience. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Conscious rap don't necessarily do that because there's always a yeah, despite all that, we gotta uplift the sister and control the black brother, man. Yeah, you know what I
Okay.
mean? That's a lot of the history of conscious rap from my perspective. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But with him, he may have a song saying, "Yeah, we gonna be all right," da, 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 da. And then the next minute he talking about, if these walls could talk and how he getting revenge on a nigga that is such and such. He ended up fucking the chick, the baby mama of the dude who shot his cousin. That's not
Okay.
conscious rap.
So okay, and I'm gonna disagree on you. So the definition of the word conscious itself is aware of and responding to one's surroundings, awake. That defines Kendrick Lamar's style of music because he's not only talking about these things, he's talking about them from a standpoint of mistake, from a standpoint of exposure, from a standpoint of this is what we do, but we need to get out of it. For example, that song that you're talking about when with the them yelling back and forth on the skit, like f you, like that. At the
Oh,
end of
you
the
talking
song,
about
it says stop tap dancing around the conversations. Be true to what you feel. Express yourself. So it's exposing, like, in order to, you have to reveal to heal. So he has to talk about it and then say, hey, this is wrong. So I feel like it's exactly conscious rap because you got to talk about it in order to change it.
That's true. I appreciate that. That's
Yeah,
true.
no problem.
Thank you for the definition. You know what I mean? But I think you was missing my point in the definition.
Hmm.
And like I said, I think his music, from my standpoint, is more so relatable music, what I mean, because of situations that we as black people are put in, not just, black men in general, because he's speaking from a young black man's perspective.
Right.
So
And
we
his good. My bad.
no, go ahead.
No, I cut you off. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so we was talking earlier about what makes him great, and I said, well, the fact that he is relatable, but we had issues, you and I, we had issues when it comes to um where do he stand on the chart as being great, because when we look at his music, we had a debate about whether or not we thought um this album was like dynamic all the way through. From
Hmm.
my perspective, I only like a couple of joints from it. And you said
Hmm.
this is like the best thing this year has produced. You know what I mean? Expand on that.
Yeah. So I believe it is. I believe this is definitely. We in May. Best piece of work that I've heard this year. And I say that because, and so first reason I believe is conscious is because he's talking about the black man's experience from not from this high on this mountaintop and looking down at the common folk. He's talking from a male, just being a black man, having that experience. Nobody's really touching these type of subjects of, you know, baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? Like these are black issues that black people deal with on the every scale. Like I never had a girl that I was really had a toxic relationship like that where we fight and then going back and forth. I don't do that. Like that's not the type of drama that I want in my life. I don't want any drama, so I can't relate in that way. But I was able to touch the the society. Like it touched me. It put me in the mind of society. Like man, this is what being a black man right now feels like. This is usually what happens. Tyrone is usually fighting with Kanisha or whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they beefed out.
Why those the names?
It's just random names. Just don't worry about that. But it's the black male experience, and that's why because he's in his own lane. Nobody because he's touching stuff that nobody's really talking about. That's why it's different. You can't compare him to nobody else. The whole thing is making you think. It's not even rap. It's like get you some therapy because he talked about that in the song. I had to get a therapist. Like he talked about beef, and he was like Drake and Kendrick got back cool. I thought that was weird. Maybe I need more healing. Like that's a black male experience where you can't settle beefs. Like he talked about how forgiveness is needed. You know what I'm saying? It's so many topics and touches that he did on just a male black perspective and experience. That's why he's one of one.
Yeah, it raised a question to me to wonder: is this something that is missing today when it comes to today's music? Because you know, I I thought it was I'm hard on music, period, because my greats aren't everybody's greats. So I didn't think it was a great album. I thought he had good messages, but sonically, it wasn't something that I was like, yo, I gotta play this again. I mean, this track was a banger. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I put
Yep.
that I put that in the category of previous artists that I look to that don't only just produce great lyrics, but they have great sonic sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we was talking about Andre 3000 and how when he had a verse, you got captured first by the music, and then everything moved from that point on.
Mm-hmm.
But today, a lot of people, and including yourself, because I heard you say it, you're not even captivated by the music. You don't care about the music. You want to hear what he's talking about. So there's a major difference in what we find to be as GOAT material, you know what I mean, when it comes to hip hop and
So
Kendrick Lamar, so to speak, in
let's
hip
let
hop.
let's get into it then. because when I was listening to it earlier, I was like, this not even rap. Like he's literally just expressing himself. That's why I liked it so much. Because it wasn't rap. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I love it. Like that's why, man. All right, so you got people that are, you said, this is from your mouth, you said the first thing that caught your mind was the music. So if that's the case, you should be a fan of producers. Like, you know what I'm saying? You should have a list of producers. Like, man, he's my top 5 producers. Because the music, most of the time, the rap, the sound don't got nothing to do with the artist. The artist is laying the lyrics. Most of the time. Most of the time, these, when I say not nothing to do, I mean they have a producer, they have a beat maker, and hey, let me hear your beats. I like these 5. I can lay some tracks to these. And so they come in with their material to these beats that producer made, and it blends and makes a beautiful blend. But with Kendrick, it's the message first. The message is what's talking about. The subject matter is what's there. No, it's not a banger. No, it's not gonna be you riding around with your homies. Hey, play that new Kendrick. It's not that. It's not go to the gym and keep your workout going. It's sit down, listen, think about some stuff. Music. Go ahead.
So, we really haven't talked highlight into this album yet, but before we go further and we talk about this album, I want to mention something. What made me like Kendrick Lamar from the gate, it was 2 songs. It was called Fuck Your Ethnicity and it was called High Power. I don't know if you ever heard those 2 songs by him.
I heard FO ethnicity. High power
High
does ring a
Power.
bell.
High Power, right? The reason why I like High Power is the fact that the beat, it caught me off the rip. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And then everything, if you listen to hip hop, you whether someone else made the song, you can have a beat that speaks to you. And in my background, I've done a lot of spoken word in the
Mm-hmm.
past. So just having something to where you could just listen to and you just flow off of. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Instant flow. I felt that with High Power.
Okay.
Before he became Kendrick Lamar, he was K Dot, and he
Mm-hmm.
was developing a sound
Mm-hmm.
to where it got to a point where the more he developed, I started getting annoyed with certain things with him. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, when he'll switch up his voice and that shit, it gets dead with me real quick. You know what I mean? Because sonically, you're losing me. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So other artists that I do like, they don't do that. So that's my issue with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sonically, I don't keep up with his what he's pushing out because
It's
I'm not.
sporadic. It's different. It's yeah. You
Yeah, I don't.
want, so you want something you could draw a line through. You want something consistent.
But the music I listen to don't be consistent like that. They like, and I keep bringing in Andre 3000. Like when he was doing a lot of Outcast stuff, I'm looking for him to push the envelope in deep thought progression.
Mm-hmm.
With Kendrick Lamar, he's telling stories about events that has taken place within his past, or he's telling stories about something that happened to somebody else. And that's a whole nother thing right there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know, bro. I just don't see it.
I get you, and to me, that's why he's one of one. As you and is nobody honestly. So I can't speak on Andre, but he's just different. Like he's literally just different. He's like creating his own lane, literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say I can't even consider it rap because he's storytelling, but he's literally just talking. You know what I'm saying? And it rhymes. It's still a rap. It's still music, but you're able to paint this visual picture, and that's one of the things we were talking about before the show. That's why I liked it so much because every song that I heard of this album, I visually saw something. It visually took me somewhere where while I'm listening. That's what I want. Paint me a picture. Show me what's up. That's why I like J. Cole because of the thought provoking and the feeling that I get. You know what I'm saying? That you can feel this hustle, you can feel this hunger and this grind. You know, that's what I like. Make me feel something in here and see something in here. You know, it's not
No,
just
no.
about with my ears. Like to me, my ears, they are the first level, but it doesn't end with the ears. It's like, okay, does it catch my ear, and does it put something in my heart, and does it put something in my mind? Like
Well, see,
if it
I
does
think
those things, hmm?
that same feeling you have is how I feel when it comes to the people that I like Black
Hmm.
Thought, Most Def, uh, um, Andre 3000. They don't just I just don't hear them sonically, CeeLo. I hear them in my spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I know
that's
what you
what he's
mean.
speaking. That's what Kendrick is speaking with you. And I think that's a generational thing. Like Kendrick
Okay.
is the only one in this generational time that can be comparison to someone that's in my generation. So I think he's your most deaf. He's your
Andre.
Andre of your
Okay.
generation because there's no one like them in this
I,
generation.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, and I like that, and that's why like Currency is one of my favorite rappers, and it's because of content matter. Like his beats are definitely dope, and they give me a nice vibe and feeling, but it's the hustle that he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's the material. I'm big on subject matter because as I'm listening, this music is putting me in a certain mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's what music does. It puts you anything we watch, anything we consume visually, mentally, spiritually is going to affect us. If I watch a scary movie, it's going to affect me. If I watch a funny movie, it's going to affect me. Everything, every piece of art has a type of spirit attached to it and a feeling that's intended. Like, hey, once they hear this, they're gonna feel this. Once they hear this, they're gonna see that. They're gonna like what's the intent behind it? Like that's why my favorite rappers are my favorite rappers because they put some boom, make me move.
So before we go, we're gonna ask two questions. Number one, the
Mhm.
first question is we're gonna get back to the first question is the heart part five. Did you see the video for that?
I just saw the snippets. I didn't I saw him morphing, but I didn't watch
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Oh man, and you say you big on storytelling. So that video where he was morphing into different iconic people in
Black.
social media, you know, and he was doing it around a time where he was talking about each moment that that person may have been experiencing, what he was experiencing.
Hmm.
So, like when he got to a point where he was talking at the end, he started speaking from a Nipsey Hussle perspective, like a Will Smith perspective, Jesse Smollett perspective, even OJ. Excuse me. And I'm like, you listen to the song, bro, and the song is like he's telling it like I put him up there as one of the greatest storytellers so far. You know what I
Of all
mean?
time or this generation?
Of this generation. Don't get out of line, youngin. Of this
No, he's
generation.
he's he is all time. He gotta be top five storyteller all time.
Nah, I don't know about all time. You know
Yeah,
what I
I mean
mean?
you are true to your title. You're an OG. Y'all niggas over 40 don't want to let go. Like Jordan forever be the GOAT for y'all. 80s basketball is the best era
No,
ever.
first of
Like
all, don't disrespect. 80s was not my brand of basketball. 90s basketball was my
90s,
what?
80s, same
You know
thing.
what I mean? I rock Pistons all day, double, what I mean, bad boys all day. But I'm a realist. It's not Michael Jordan for me. It's LeBron.
Okay.
LeBron is the
So you
GOAT. You
different,
know what
my
I mean?
bad.
So
You won, OG. Hey, you put LeBron on the
LeBron
list.
is the GOAT all day. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And
you see, that's why you my OG, man. See, hey, now
some of
that's
that.
a whole another conversation. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a whole other conversation. But to get back on topic, when it comes to this album, though, this album, man, I think it's not like something that you expect to have instant radio play about. So we talking about how this album is something that you have to sit down and sonically reevaluate. You know what I
you
mean?
gotta just listen. Like you gotta. It's not your gym hype workout music. It's not your party. We're gonna get the club turned up with track 4. It ain't none of that. sit down, put your phone down, and just close your eyes and hear it. Like that's the type of music it is. But I think he's ranked all time. I do. He's definitely ranked to this generation. That has to put you all time. If you one of the best in your generation, that means it's clear that you are an all time great if you're one of the best of your generation. So, big salute to Kendrick Lamar, man. The point you brought up about that video, him morphing into all these different black figures, was very inspiring. One, and two, I don't want to keep saying relatable, but it drew a line between all these prominent black men that had some type of hiccup in the media, and still are able to either triumph, more than likely triumph, or get through it, or just the struggle of a black man, period, regardless of status. You're gonna have some type of struggle.
He had a part where he was talking about hurt people hurt people. I say that a lot too. So he said hurt people, and he had Will Smith face on where he was talking about that. I'm like, damn, okay, all right. So I'm disappointed you ain't seen that video. That video, it was no glitz and glamour. It was just him, just going at it, And he had the Marvin Gaye, I want you, and I want you to want me too.
Yeah.
He had that on a loop, and it was like it was sped up a little bit. And he was just going in, man. He was going in. And like he started off as him talking about himself. And then the more he kind of kept expressing, the more he started talking and he's talking about himself, but he's identifying with these other identifiers. You know what I mean? Even with Kobe, he had Kobe on that joint. You know what I mean? So I thought that was not the best video of this year. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so that's your opinion is the best video. Okay. Well, that's good, man.
I'm like Kanye West when it comes to that video. I run up on stage and take that from any pop artist.
Okay.
Y'all doing dope. Kendrick Lamar had the best album of the year. Video of the year.
Yeah. For sure. I think also it's a point to be said about a man's character and how he's staying out of the drama, staying out of that bad light, and even you just don't see him in the media. Period. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't out willy-nilly doing whatever. Nigga is reserved to his family, to his people. He pop out when he need to. You know what I'm saying? He barely just like J. Cole. Like these are the type of people I admire because I know where I'm going and where I'm at with my art. That's how I'm gonna be. I ain't gonna just be at every single club appearance and every single party and every single blah blah blah. It's gonna be rare that you see Malachi Lee. You know what I'm saying? When I get to where I'm supposed to be, because it's too much evil out here. It's too much deceit out here to just be roaming the streets every day. Go ahead.
And we made this about you, but I just appreciate if you stop mentioning J. Cole in the same conversation as this kid.
I won't. They are in the same lane. I really don't see why you don't like J. Cole. I think OG with you have certain. This is my opinion. You have certain ideas that when they're not followed, they'll block your ears from hearing the music. A nigga light skin. Oh yeah, I ain't about to hear this nigga. If he ain't foundationally black, oh yeah, I ain't listening to this nigga. Like
he puts me in a realm of comment. After a while, it's wonk 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 wonk. And no matter how much I try with comment, you know what I'm saying? J. Cole's the same way.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna just.
And I don't know. That could be a light skin thing. Who knows?
It is. That's all it is, bro. Because if you boil down the subject matter, because you don't like how a nigga cadence sound. You don't like this nigga sound.
Yeah, I'm big on cadence too. You don't even sound like you believable. you gotta sound believable. You know what I mean to me. You gotta
J.
sound like
Cole. That's the thing. You can hear J. Cole's heart. You can hear his spirit. That's I rest my case, man. Great. It's been a great, man. It's been
yeah.
great.
So let's do this. Let's go to his comments, and then we're gonna hit the coach's corner, man, because everybody want to get back on that, man. I want to know what's going on. What's
Yeah,
going on with the
Kit talking about exactly why those names, Tyrone and Kanisha. Hey,
exactly,
it's a Tyrone and Kanisha out here somewhere, man. They
exactly.
they going at it too. Who we got?
Tyrone's a real bad rep nowadays. Like ever since
Tyrone's do
about
get a bad man.
Tyrone's they can't get it together now. You need to
Yeah,
call
call on Tyrone. Yeah,
Yeah, Tyrone, tell Tyrone come get your shit.
yeah. Planning that Facebook, we got Tone is the real OG. He is. He is. I give y'all
Who's
that.
saying this stuff?
This is Archie. Say his
Shout
name
out to
again.
my man Archie.
Don
What
Core.
you say? Don Core.
Don Core Archie. Yeah, he the real OJ. He said, "Yo, we in the zone right now. This subject is his wheelhouse." Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, Tom in the building. Game time. Tom, what's the deal? He
Ain't
said, I
time.
haven't heard KRS One in a minute. I'm gonna need to listen to build your skills now. Yeah, I do need to. I don't need to, but I wanna get into some old rap just so I can see what y'all talking about how these niggas so goated. Always been big on Diggable Planets. The album reaching hit multiple times in my life. Appreciate the convo you two has tonight. Glad you rocking with the OG and Young Bull episode. Game time.
Ain't time.
Hey, shout out to Game Time Tom, man. Man, you talking about the most consistent and the most consistent mask offer. Game Time Tom is in the building. Um, we have Kit said, "I'll do it. Hope Tone likes my music one day." What you talking about, Kit? What you gonna do?
What's she talking about? What's she about to do?
Yeah, Kit, what you talking? What you gonna do? She said, Malachi Lee, I'll do it. I hope Tone likes my music. Yeah, I want to know what you're talking about, Kit. Then we have Planet Ant YouTube. What's popping? What is popping? Oh, okay, cool. That's what we got. I'm waiting on the Kit to respond, but while Kit responds, we can hit this coach's corner. So, as y'all know, we if you a faithful mask offian, we started this new sports segment that I'm heading up. So right now we got the NBA playoffs popping off. The Mavs and the Suns are tied 3-3. That's been very interesting to watch. Luka Doncic been going crazy. Yeah, they tied 3-3. It's gonna be a dope game 7. I would say I thought the Suns were gonna advance, but now that there's game 7, I got the Mavs. I got Luka pulling it out. We got Memphis. Memphis up 3-2 on the Warriors. They play tonight in about 7 minutes. Game is going to start. Interesting to see what happens tonight. This game is in Golden State. Golden State has a chance to close it out. I'm not sure if Ja Morant is playing. He missed the last game when the Memphis blew out Golden State without Ja Morant last game.
Do
So it's
you
going to be very
realize
interesting.
what happened? Do you realize
They let
what
him
happened?
win. They let him
Yeah,
win.
they let them win, man. They let them win, and they did that so they could just go back home. You know what I mean? Be in front of their family. Ain't no way you to go State Warriors and you all playoffs. You've been killing it all playoffs. You entitled to
I don't
take
know,
one
man.
more. You know what I mean? Grizzlies,
Well,
they I can't even say they look like contenders because I'm gonna say this though, they play a lot better without John Morant. They play as a unit.
because they blew the Warriors out. You think?
They play as a unit. With John Morant, they do a lot of standing around waiting for him to do something spectacular. Opposed to them, all right, well, he ain't here. We got to band together. So they band together a lot. Opposed to, oh, okay, well, I gotta get it together.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess so. We'll see. He's I'm trying to see if he's gonna play tonight. I'm not sure. But yeah, if he doesn't play, it's definitely gonna be over. If he does play, I actually give them a chance to force game 7. We'll see. Bucks and Boston. Bucks are playing right now. Oh, the Bucks are up with 6 minutes to go. They have a chance to tie it tonight or get eliminated. I got
Hold on.
Boston, man. I
You
love
said the
Jason
Bucks
Tatum.
are up. This look like the Celtics are winning.
Yeah, my bad. The Celtics. My bad. The Celtics are up. I actually want the Celtics to win. I like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum particularly. He's an emerging superstar.
Yeah,
Game
but
7, I think it's game 7 on the way. 6 minutes left. They up by, but the last game went down to the wire. Boston was up pretty much the whole like fourth quarter almost into the last couple minutes. Milwaukee pulled it out with some good defensive stops by Drew Holiday.
yeah, Drew Holiday, man, you can't sleep on that guy, man. But that's the thing with that team, with that Bucks team, man. It's like they doing it too with Giannis. Everybody sit around wait for Giannis. You know what I mean? And then I get it. He's like a different kind of Shaq, but
Mm-hmm.
you got to step up. And Drew Holiday stepped up at the right time, man.
Yeah, I give you that. We have in the East. Well, that's Bucks and Boston 3-2 playing right now, and Miami beat Philly to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals.
You know how disappointing that is. Like all
Yeah, I
the
know.
hype they had.
That's your
You know what I
squad,
mean?
man. Yeah,
Huh?
they got some. Man, it's over for them, man. They don't trust the process. That junk is done. Joel Embiid. I mean,
Yeah, big
Harden had a
crybaby.
terrible. James Harden had a terrible second half in the elimination game. I think he scored 2 points in the second half, something like that. That's whack. You can't have one of your top best players do that in an elimination game. But what I didn't like was how Joel Embiid responded in the post game interviews and how he was saying like James Harden. He pretty much said like James Harden not that guy no more. He's like he's more of a facilitator, and we can't really count on him to be scoring like that. Like nigga, like you can't be taking shots.
But
Like
people
saying he
do.
did the same thing with Ben Simmons. Ben
Yeah,
Simmons
because
gone.
people give him passes, but he been the same nigga that's been doing the same thing to every teammate that he
Yeah,
ain't had that he ain't like. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Or
right.
that he felt disappointing. But what's disappointing to me is how you start bitching and crying when you ain't get that MVP, and then you falling out on the floor and shit, and all the whole game you thinking about your eye. I'm like, get your big ass up.
Yeah.
Get your big
Now,
ass up, you big bitch. Get up.
yeah. Now, one thing I can say, which I love about his game, how his game has evolved, man. He's honestly he's one of one. Like a big that can shoot the three. He doing guard stuff. Like he's learning, he getting a shot. He's man, go ahead.
You know who's better than him?
Who?
Don't get the recognition as he should. Booby Cousins. Booby Cousins is way better than him, but he don't get the recognition that he should because he takes himself out of the game. If Booby could always keep himself in the game, he would be on the top tier list of big men today. But he's not because of that simple thing. But Embiid, he's a big crybaby. You know what I'm saying? If things ain't going his way, my goddamn eye, man, they hit me hard.
Well, Boogie
The
is
ball, Ben Simmons, shoot it, man.
yeah. I mean, if Boogie stayed healthy through his career, he had that year where he's playing with the Warriors and got injured. If he wasn't battling those injuries and he did stay, he would be top 10 big man. Yeah. But now you gotta go with what you see. And Joel is one of the best big men in the league. Giannis, Joker, and Joel, top 3 big men in the league. I watched this video that showed like their production is far beyond like any big man ever. Like the 3 of them doing what they're doing right now, we never seen this type of production with this many people in the same amount of time ever. So yeah, I love where the league is
we
overall.
didn't have a we didn't have a big man period that was like that before Shaq. So the
Mm-hmm.
only downfall we had was the fact that Shaq didn't shoot free throws and make a jump shot. But you gotta
Mm-hmm.
remember, nobody was fucking with Shaq on the
Nah,
blocks. You know what I'm saying? So
at all.
I still hang my hat. I don't think no big man should be out shooting no jump shots. You should be pivoting down low, breaking rims. That's what you should be doing.
So you
You
want the
center
you want
split. You shoot 3-pointers. Get your bitch ass down there.
hey man,
Bang
that's
in the paint.
the game has changed. See, that goes to my point. You one of them stickler OGs. But no, the game has changed, man. It's a shooters league now. You know, it's a
The
it's a
game is
skill.
won in the paint, though. It's still
It's a
won in the paint.
it's one from the 3-point line now. That's what I'm saying. The game is different now. You not gonna win by the paint work no more. You know what I'm saying? You not. You just not. It's a 3-point shooting league now. That showed by the Warriors run. You know what I'm saying? It's a shooters league.
You got to get the
But yeah, man.
rebound. Man. Somebody got to
Huh?
get the rebound. Somebody
True.
always got to get the rebound. You know what I mean?
True. But yeah, man, that's where we at. Lions started training camp. I'm actually excited to see this season. They have a different energy and morale around them, so we're gonna see what's up. Tigers are like 6-23, yeah, whatever. But yeah, Miguel Cabrera is making some history, so yeah, that's where the coach's corner is at, man.
23 already? Didn't it fucking start?
I thought the same thing, bro. When I looked it up, I was like, dang. But you know, baseball, they play almost every day. So, you know what I'm saying? They be having like, back to back. It's a lot. So,
Yeah. Let's get back to these comments right quick so we roll up out of here, man.
all right, cool. Let's see if Kit responded. What up, Chew? She said, oh, no, that's not what I want. Here we go. I was talking about, and I'm sure Rebecca and Matthew out here going through it too. Yeah,
Right?
Rebecca and Matthew are definitely, and they doing something different. They gonna actually kill each other. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, Rebecca and
Anyways,
Matthew, they breaking bottles and
yeah,
throwing
yeah.
shit at each
But
other. They going
it's
hard.
art. It's we looking at us. You know, we're not looking at them. She said, "Yo, commercial." I'm not sure what she's talking about. What we were laughing at. Call Malachi Lee. I'm gonna do it. Oh yeah. She got this thing where she said I be doing like whatever for people. So she said I should make a commercial like, yeah, call me Malachi Lee. I'll do it. Like no matter what it is, I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
She said, yeah, Tone's hard on music and artists. I see. Maybe he'll like mine one day. Yeah, I'm interested to see what you think about Chew's music. Yeah.
Tell
I was talking.
Chew to come on to Orilla Radio, man.
I just was about to say that. Yep. You should get on Orilla Radio, Chew. Set that up. That'd be nice. I was talking about you having your own commercial, telling people to call you and saying, I'll do it. The commercial you were saying we would make. Yep, that's the commercial. Yeah, I'll do it. So she said she's gonna make the jingle for me. But yeah, that'd be dope. Get her on the Orilla Radio. Shout out to Orilla Radio, man. You OG been doing this thing. So yeah, man, that'd be great.
Thank you, man. Yeah, definitely come out and support. Where did Conspiracy Brother at? I don't know where it came from. You got anything else before we get up out of here, man?
Yes, shameless plug. Tomorrow at the Bel Air Theater on 8 Mile, Who You With premiere, 7 p.m. Super excited about this film. Produced by Homestead Entertainment, which is Dennis Reed, featuring myself, Catherine Martinez, Angela Yee, my boy Demetrius play the lead. So yeah, it's gonna be super dope.
Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club.
Yes, sir.
You got Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club in your movie?
Man, check my IG, man. It's
getting
what it is,
there.
man. I'm in the same scene with her too. One of my scenes is with her. So yeah, man. Hey, we doing big things, man. You know.
You got a kissing scene?
Nah, man. I ain't got no kissing scene. All right. Not in this movie.
You know, and also check out my homie Chocolate Kiss, man. Chocolate Kiss is pretty good. I watched that, man. Chocolate Kiss. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Shout out to the Detroit Films, man. We out here. Yeah, this is my second premiere in 2 weeks, man. I'm geeked up, man.
I'm
Geeked
happy
up.
for you, young boy. I keep
Thanks,
telling you,
OG.
you can get it done, man. All you gotta do is stay with it. You know what I mean?
That's the key
Stay
right
with
there.
it.
Just stay consistent.
Stay consistent, stay with it. And you know what this is, man. This is Mask Off, episode 106. You know what I'm saying? K Dot on this Friday, the 13th. Ain't that so crazy? We kicking it. Young boy and the OG at it again on the Friday the 13th. Ain't no
Yeah.
ghouls and goblins here though. They got us fucked up with that one. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all know what it is, man. You know what we do. You know how we get down. If you don't know, stick around. You'll see us next Friday, and it'll be the 107th episode, and you'll be a part of that party. Young boy, you got something to say before we partay?
Nah, yeah. Just hey, shout out to Kit for blowing the comments up. We love it. Shout out to everybody rocking with us in the comments. Shout out to our 137 subscribers. This year we doubling up, so we gonna go ahead. Yeah, I just love
Definitely.
y'all. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt, no doubt. And I want to give a special shout out to DJ Touch. DJ Touch is in the motherfucking building. Shout out to DJ Touch. Even though she may not be on the scene, she lurking around, she doing the thing in the background. Shout out to DJ Touch. We up out of this piece, man. Let me